What is going on, people? It's Keith with the Appalachian ADV Rider. Thanks for joining me again. It's been a while since I've filmed some videos, but I've been busy with life. But I've been really enjoying Kunwu knives for the last, year now. And they've got a new Kunwu came in, and it's in this different box. It's like a big box. This is a fixed blade, as you know from the description. It's a Stiffy D. There we go, Stiffy D. And let's just get this show on the road. I'm going to open it with my Kunwu Stiffy P. And this is made out of a tool steel. I can't pronounce it. A Vandis 8, does that say? It's hard to see with my eyes. Sorry about that, guys. All right, anyway. Just going to open this. I have things to do. I got this package in. It's been a long time since I filmed a video, like I said. So, but I'm into this one big time, so I want to open it and share the love with y'all. Let's all share it together. Let's experience it together. If you're a big Kunwu fan like I am. All right, what's in here? Here we go, upside down. There we go, nice box with the embossed letters there. Ooh, oh, it looks a little bigger than I imagined. I don't remember what I ordered, what size. So you have the cloth that comes in it. A certificate of authenticity, a sticker, a clip for the Kydex sheath, different clip, metal clip. These I don't think that one works real well. Wow, all right, this is bigger than like I said. Let's put that aside. Anyway, regardless if the clip works or not. Oh, all right, this is nice. It's got a thick handle. I ordered because this is a tool steel, it's not going to be stainless, so I ordered a DLC coating on there. All right, first impressions, much bigger. So here's the Stiffy P. If anybody knows, the handle on the Stiffy P is really thin and narrow. So this is longer. All right, well, let's pull it out. Oof. That's what I'm talking about. Woo, baby. All right, Stiffy D. So I'll tell you a little story behind this thing. So let me just hold it first, and then I'll tell you the story. Oh, that is good. That is good. All right. So the story is, this blade shape is the shape that I like. I, go camping a lot and do food prep with my knives. So I'm not a hard to use kind of guy, but I'll cut tubing or. Most of the stuff is box cutting, right, for sure, or food prep. So, but I love this blade shape, and this blade shape is the blade shape that's on the Padre and the Padre. So, as you can tell, I've got so many different versions of it. This is the like an axis lock style. This is the smaller version of it, and this is the original Padre, but in a limited edition. And then I actually have a $777 version of this knife, hopefully coming in because it's ordered. So this blade shape is just, this knife here was the knife of the year, or actually it's my most favorite knife in my entire collection. It's the most well-rounded practical knife in my collection, and the review's not about that knife. It's about this one, but this blade shape is in that same blade shape, and it's a fixed blade. So while that is my most favorite knife of all time, it is a folder knife. So I might as well have that as a fixed blade. Let's see. It's in that Vandis 4, though. That's a different number. I think the other one was... Is that the same steel? Yes. All right. This one says 4. This one says 8. I don't really know the distinction right now, but that's what it is. And let's see. It feels sharp. Let's see how sharp it is. All right, let's see how sharp it is. Oh, wow, that is great. Lots of control. Absolutely. This is a nice chamfered design here. Oh, yeah. Big time. No wonder why I love this knife. So like I said, this blade shape is great for roll cutting. Like a tube or something like that. It is I guess it's a saber grind, but it's a tall, flat grind, and it gets to a really thin edge, and it has the sharpening choil is well past the plunge grind, so this is an excellent sharpening choil, and it's also a finger choil. Yeah, there is not a sharp edge anywhere on this knife. I believe this is a micarta, and they have a very interesting micarta. This is the second one that I've gotten from Kunwu, and it almost feels more resin than normal. It feels a little plasticky. It's good, don't get me wrong, but it just feels different. When I first got it in my hand, I thought, I don't know. I didn't think it was great. This has a great little thumb rest area. Oh, that is so good. Yeah, and this knife also has a nice tip. So it's a piercing tip. It gets pretty... No, this looks a little thinner. It says it gets pretty stout. But is there a design difference in the tip? No. I mean, the tip is not super thick. So I'm going to call that medium thickness there. But for a fixed blade, I guess I would want something with a very strong tip but a sharp belly. Not that I'm ever going to use this knife in any way, shape, or form. In fact, because it's not stainless, I might use this knife a little bit less, because I normally use knives for food prep. You know, like half the time I'm using a knife, I'm using it for food prep. So, and with it not being stainless, who knows? We'll see. Typically, you'll maintain the corrosion resistance of this knife by putting oils on it, right? And you want to do that if it's you're using it to prep for food. Man, that's a good size. All right, let's show you the size of it. Let's pull the old measuring device out here. Here we go. All right, here you go. So this knife altogether is 8 1/4 inches. That's a good size. That's probably my favorite size. The cutting edge is under 3.5 inches, so it's 3 and I don't know 0.3. Let's call that 3.3. And the actual stock of the steel, all the way down to the top of the handle, is 3 3/4. Oh, I neglected to point out it's got a little lanyard hole here, and it's got great little machining. It's nice and smooth. It's well done. Absolutely well done. All right, while we're talking about size, let's show it next to the Stiffy P. So there you go. Considerably smaller, over an inch. It's exactly 1 inch shorter. I like the larger size. All right, let's see. What else do we have here to compare it to? Let's compare it to the thing that started it off, the Padre. So it's a little bit longer than the Padre, but the blade is exactly the same. I mean, really, it's so very similar. I wouldn't say exactly, because that's an exact statement, and I'm not making that statement. But the blades are very similar. Obviously, it doesn't need the hole there to flick out the knife blade, because it's a fixed blade. So, all right, so that's that. Here's next to a White River. So a little bit bigger than that. I like this size knife for a fixed blade. And last but not least, a White River Backpacker. A little small knife. It's a great little camping knife. Stainless steel. You don't have to worry about rust anywhere. And it's an 1 1/4 smaller. 1 1/4 smaller. This is 1 1/4 smaller than this knife. This is a good size. It is a very squared off spine. I'm assuming it's what do they call that? A full tang design. I have to assume it's a full tang with just 2 holes in it. But I mean, it obviously is. Yeah, this has such a great feel. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. It comes with this device. Normally, you can switch them so you can carry this appendix carry. Goes in there nice. Oh, wow. This one actually works very well because the Kydex sheet on the Stiffy P is actually pretty sucky, if you want to be honest. Now I said that, and I'm taking it back. Maybe it's because I added this Alti clip and it tightens it up a little bit. I think it used to rattle if I'm not mistaken. So, but I'm going to take back that statement because I'm not really sure. And these companies are trying to make a living. I don't want to say something that's not true. So both of these right now, both of the Kydex sheets on the Kunwu fixed blade knives that I have are excellent. I don't really like this clip very much. I do have another Alti clip that I'm going to use, but what I'll do is I'll try to turn it sideways. It does come with the other clip, but I think that one sucks. Here's the Alti clip I have, so we'll see. I'll put it on maybe. All right, what else? Let's weigh this thing. All right, let's get rid of this backdrop here. I don't really like that. And let's get to the weight. Yeah. That is on about as large as you want a fixed blade to be in an urban environment, like to be able to carry, in my opinion. You can carry much bigger, but there's a trade-off. Hopefully you'll never need the knife. You're carrying it for the option to have it as a possibility, but hopefully you'll never need that. All right, anyway, altogether the weight of this with the Kydex sheet is 9.4 ounces, which is not light. And in terms of grams, it's 267 grams. All right, whatever that means. There we go. So 9.4 ounces. That's just the sheath, but you have to carry it in the sheath. So, oh wow, 5.7 ounces of knife. So this is like pretty heavy. This is like 3 ounces and change, right? 3.7 ounces. Wow. Bet you this clip weighs a bunch. All right. But this, when you put this on your belt, you're not even going to notice it. I mean, some people might. I hear a lot of conversations about people complaining about weight, but I don't know. I don't know if it's, I'm not sensitive or they're sensitive. I can't tell you which one it is. So that's pretty good, though. Anything else? Yeah, well, let's measure that to the compadre. It's equivalent. So that's 5.3 versus 5.7. Now, that's interesting. You would think, well, is it a bigger knife? You would think this would be lighter. Yeah, we said it was. What did we say? Oh, it's about the same size. Yeah, I don't know. I would think that this one would weigh less because this one would have more parts. But then again, this is all solid. That's right. There's a bunch of air in between. All right, that makes sense. All right, yeah, that makes sense. This feels good. This definitely feels good. I normally wouldn't get the DLC coating. I know that's a fad thing right now. Everybody loves it. But, for me, it's a fingerprint magnet, which I don't necessarily care about that. But I just like the look of the metal, when they stonewash it or they satin finish it. It looks much nicer than this. I don't know. But I got this knife in DLC because it's not stainless. And this will certainly help protect, give it some more corrosion resistant. But like I said, let's say, yeah, see, you can see the satin work on this knife. I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but it's just a more intricate, a better looking knife, in my opinion, than the black. And with the DLC, you can actually see some of the texture, but anyway. Normally I would get this in a maybe satin finish, and I didn't get it because it's not a stainless steel, so I got it in a DLC coating instead. Wow, this feels really good. So this is not a review. This is an unboxing, and my first impressions of this knife is it's really good. It's a good size. I like the weight of it. I love that blade shape, and it's a slicing machine. It has amazing ergonomics on it. It's just good. It fills my hand, fits on it perfectly with a little extra, even if I choke up on it, or if I don't choke up on it, it is exactly the right size. And I have a 2XL hand for a glove size, or 2X hand glove size. A great knife so far. I mean, as a first impression, and I'll let you know about this steel. Supposedly, if I remember correctly, it's a pretty high Rockwell. I think it's over 65. The hardness on this. Let me check now. Okay, I went online and I think AI actually said it was between 63 and 65. So targeting 64. Normally Kunwu takes great pride in using the exact heat treat that's necessary. I don't have any belief that this would be any different. So this should be done at the exact right HRC. But again, disclaimer, I don't know. It's supposedly 60, targeting 64. So 63 to 65. Yeah. All right. Well, that is a first impressions of this knife. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and please leave a thumbs up on the video. I will see you later, y'all. And again, thanks for joining.